Hey guys, how are you? Jose here, Coach Jose, Quarantine Fit, week 2, workout 2, okay? Hope workout 1 was good to you guys. I know it was a hard one, very spicy, okay? High heart rate, a lot of reps, a lot of things going on, but trust me, I know, I did it, okay? So, moving right on today, we got 2 movements. We got 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 of a Kang squat. Remember, Kang squat, you're gonna be shoulder width apart with your feet, okay? You're gonna soften those knees, okay? You're gonna hinge to a good morning position, right? So your hips go back, your back stays nice and neutral, guys. Okay, small knee bend, okay? I don't need stiff leg unless you got super mobility here, but small, very little bit of a knee bend. Drive those hips back, okay? As you get to that good morning position or your chest is parallel to the floor, we're gonna pull down into a squat position. Stay on those heels, keep your knees out, chest is up, okay? We're gonna hold for a 1 Mississippi count. We're gonna go back to that good morning position. Hold for a 1 Mississippi count, and we're gonna stand. That'll be 1 rep, okay? So again, that's the first movement of your warm-up. It's the Kang squat. I want these to be slow and controlled, guys. And then the second movement is gonna be a 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 of your standard jumping jacks, okay? So 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 Kang squat, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 jumping jacks. Okay, going right into your mobility, guys. Okay, we're gonna be spending, I would say spend about a good 90 seconds at each position. Okay, it's gonna be Spider-Man into active hamstring stretch. Okay, so drive that left leg forward, shin nice and vertical, foot flat on that floor, drive that knee out, count that 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, whatever you want to count. Drive your hips back towards that back wall as you extend that front leg and dive into that leg. Count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, basically hanging out between these 2 spots, guys. Driving out on that knee, hip down towards the ground, butt back towards the wall. You're going to be hanging out basically in those 2 spots for a 90-second count, okay, together in total, not 90 seconds each, okay? You're going to be doing that on both sides. Once you've done that Spider-Man into active hamstring stretch, you're going to move into the Samson stretch, okay, into, again, active hammy. We want to make sure that we warm up that lower back, warm up those hamstrings. We're doing a lot of hinging today, okay? So, again, lunge position, arms up, create a C with your lower back, driving your hip to the floor. Count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, push your butt back towards that wall. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Okay, again, you guys get the drill. 90 seconds on each side. Once you do that, you're going to be doing shoulders. Okay, so when you're doing these shoulders, you can take something like a strap, guys, or anything, a towel, a shirt, whatever you got will work. Okay? Excuse me. Okay, so what you're going to be doing is you're going to drive that elbow up to the ceiling. Okay, and you can even do this in a saddle position. For some of you guys with quads, they're going to be really sore. Maybe sit back on your shins in that saddle position like I have you guys do there in class. Widen out those knees, sit back on those shins. Okay, but more importantly, we're going to raise that elbow up to the ceiling, keeping it tight to our ear. We're going to grab it with our opposite hand in the back, and we're going to walk our hand up that back or up that strap as far as we can until we can't no more. Then we're going to hold for a 45-second count. Okay, you're going to be doing this on both sides, guys. So once you guys have done that, you've held for a 45-second count on both sides. Okay, what I want you guys to do, I want you to get a wall or even the floor, anything of that nature. Okay, but we're going to lay down to our side. We're going to extend our arm directly out in front of us, okay, making an L, so hand facing to the ceiling, all the weight shifted on here, okay, making sure that this is nice and straight, the back of the shoulder is down on that ground. I hope you guys can see there, okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to drive that shoulder down into the ground, but we're going to take the wrist and try to bring it down towards the ground in front of us, okay, mobilizing that internal shoulder mobility, okay, kind of working that frontwards, kind of working that wrist back towards the floor, maintaining everything flush on the floor. Okay, you can play around with those 2 positions for about 45 seconds on each side. Okay, so you got your 4 stretches there. You got your warm up. Okay, now we're going to be moving on to our leg work. And our leg work is going to be 2 movements in 1 minute and then 1 movement in the next. So what it's going to consist of, it's going to be an 8-minute leg work, okay? In that first minute, you're going to do 8 dumbbell split squats, and 8 step through lunges with the dumbbell, okay? So, if those of you guys that are using 2 dumbbells, if this is really challenging on that first minute, maybe use 2 dumbbells for the dumbbell, split dumbbells lunge, or split dumbbell squat, I should really say, and then maybe just go to a single dumbbell when we go through those step through lunges so that they're not taking too much time. Okay, there should take a little bit of time, but if you see yourself after the first time already dying and not knowing if you're going to be able to get through your second round, okay, maybe you should drop one of those 2 dumbbells, okay, and just work through that 1 dumbbell so that you can move fast and efficient, okay? So, the first minute, what you're going to do of this 8-minute piece, the first minute, you're going to be loading the dumbbells, 1 on each side, okay? And if you don't have 2 of them, that's fine, because we got an exercise that you can do with 2. It's the same exact movement, all right, guys? So, let me move this mat over here for a sec. We're going to get into the extension of our lunge. So if we were feet shoulder width apart, what we would lunge like, okay, guys? So remember, that front shin's going to be nice and vertical as you drop your knee. So we're going to get into that shoulder width apart, okay? Not walking the tightrope. Our dumbbells down by your side. Chest is up, core is tight. You're going to drive that knee straight to the ground. And your setup, if you need to cheat a little bit, but you want to make sure that you set yourself up so that your front shin is nice and vertical, or very close to nice and vertical. Your back, hip, and knee are in a straight line. And from here, you're going to keep your core tight. And then you're going to stand to a standing position. 1, 2, 3. You'll do 4 on one side, then you'll do 4 on the other side. That's the first movement that you have to do in the first minute. Guys, if you only have 1 dumbbell, that's fine, because if I have 1 dumbbell here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into this position, okay, where my dumbbell is underneath my hamstrings, okay, tight to my body, get to the bottom of the lunge position, lunge to as far up as I can, and up, okay? Or you can even use it like this, all right? You're not going to be able to extend that front leg as much, but you can still do the same work, okay? So, minute 1, you'll do 8 of those, 4 on each side, and then you're going to follow that up with step through lunges. So, all in 1 minute, guys, you have to do 4 dumbbell split squats on each side, and then 8 dumbbell step through lunges. So it's going to be 4 on each side. So you can load here. If you have 2 dumbbells, you can load here. Step forward into that front lunge position. Come back to that standing position. Step back. Come back. That's 1. You can do 4 in a row on one side, and then 4 in a row on the other side. Step through, forward, step back, 2. Okay? So, that's what you got for your first minute. You got your dumbbell split squats, then you got your step through lunges. Your second minute, this is going to be an 8-minute piece. Your second minute, you're going to have dumbbell good morning, okay? And you can load the dumbbell any way you really want. If you have 2 dumbbells, you can load 1 on each hand, okay? Again, we're hinging. Our back stays nice and flat. Our core is tight. We're not working for speed here. We're working for maximum contraction of the hamstrings. So feel those hamstrings get tight. Set those hips back. Chest comes parallel to the floor. I never round my back. And stand. Get to that tightness of the hamstrings. Your back is flat and stand. Okay? And you're going to be doing that for the whole minute. It's like, you're going to be doing that for 15 reps in that minute. Okay? But it should be nice and controlled, guys. You can load it even here. Okay? And do the same exact movement. Alright? So that 8-minute piece, minute 1, you get the dumbbell split squats, and you got the step through lunges. Minute 2, you have 15 good mornings. You go back and forth between those movements. Alright? Moving on to the Metcon, guys. Okay? So, expect a high heart rate. You want to be choosing a manageable weight that you can move for a lot of reps, because guess what? You have to do a lot of reps. I know, crazy. So, 150 alternating dumbbell snatches is the workout. 150 alternating dumbbell snatches for time. Okay? So, as we already know, I'm going to cover it quickly. I got that dumbbell, right? I'm going to hinge at the hips, like I'm going to deadlift. I'm going to cut my toes off with this dumbbell. Dumbbell flat on the floor, chest is tall, back is flat. I'm not squatting, okay? My hamstrings are nice and engaged. I'm going to start that lawnmower and punch the sky all at once, keeping the dumbbell tight to my body. I can switch at the top. on the way down, or at the floor, Okay, so 150 of those guys. Okay, not too bad, right? Here's the kicker. Okay, if you consider yourself having a pretty good engine, you need to be doing 5 burpees every minute. So the workout starts with 5 burpees, and then you begin to tackle those 150 dumbbell snatches. Okay. If you need to scale that down to 3, scale it down to 3. If 4 is where you need to be, 4 is where you need to be. It's either 3, 4, or 5, guys. All right. Every minute you have to stop those dumbbell snatches and perform your burpees. Let me know how that goes. Peace.